Welcome to Expeditions in Light. Let's take another expedition. Occasionally, as a photographer, you need to just goof off. You need to test, fail, test, succeed, and come up with something. And those experiments are more educational and useful if they're fun. So what do we do this time? Well, this time we're in the studio, and what we're going to do is take 2 candy bowls and make the Empire family portrait. So I've taken 2 candy bowls. We have a stormtrooper. We have Darth Vader. They're kind of chopped off at the top, but I put our camera here to frame this. So we only have mainly the faces. It is going to be manual focus, so things don't move. I've already checked that. I can see my focus peaking. Lumix has a nice feature where you click in, get 20 times. I can look and I can see right here that the faces are right in focus and drop off back. I am using f/16 as the aperture, ISO 100, and a shutter speed of 200 to take the picture. Basically, we're at sync speed with our flash. We're going to use Godak's 8200 flashes. We have one here for the front. This will be on Group A. We have one here in the back for Group B. I've got some barn doors here and a little bit of grid. I do not want the light spreading all around. In the back here, this is just black paper. You can easily find this at B&H. Glazers, if you're in Seattle, this is where that was bought from. The idea is to get enough drop off back here that this is completely black. We don't want to be hitting this at all. We just want to light our 2 subjects to have that Empire family portrait. Just a little, well, before we do anything, let's make sure that when we take a picture, we get a perfect picture of the interior. So perfect picture in flash, and when you start out, will be blank. It will have nothing. That means that you control the light. The objective in flash studio portraiture, and goofing off like we are now, is to control the light, and your first picture with your ISO, aperture, and shutter speed should end up with a black slate. What we'll do afterwards is we add the light in, then we bring that light up with our strobes. I am hoping that this barn door here will flag off and make sure we don't have any flare. But if we do, we'll compensate. We'll do something else. So let's take and get our flash up. This is Sekonic L308XU. Decent investment if you're looking to start off in flash photography in a studio. Simple, not too much money, does the basics, and you need it to be moved over with your little bubble covering the lens. I actually want to try that. I want it to be a little lower than f/16. I want enough to light the faces, but not really produce a massive output. I don't want it at essentially full exposure, but I want pretty close. I think I'm not getting enough definition on these faces, So I'm going to turn them in a little bit and then refocus. So what happens when you play? Sometimes you work, sometimes it doesn't. I like Vader. I don't like the Stormtrooper. I want him to be different. It's close. I'm going to try one just a little bit lower. I think I like the lower one. I can always pull it up a little in post, but that seems to be about right. Let's bring in our character. So we're bringing in a red light. The idea here is upper here, maybe you've got, you know, the bay. The bay has massive lights and you have a lot of light shining down. So you'll get their faces mainly. But maybe the interior of this bay is on fire. And then because the fire will be on the ground, of course, then the light would come up from below. I do have the modeling light on for both of these. 8200s have modeling lights on the Fresnel lens and the round head, but not the bare bulb, which is nice for this application. You can kind of see where it would lie. I think I want more on Vader's face and less on the Stormtrooper, so let's just move that around a touch. You're goofing off trying to figure out what is the best thing. There are no rules here. I mean, these are candy containers. We're doing an Empire family portrait out of candy containers. What rule do we have to follow? And again, got closer, so we'll drop the power on that secondary red. Ooh, I like that outline. I like that outline quite a bit. We're going to get rid of the grid. Try and get a little bit more spread to this. The grid will drop the light output power quite a bit. So let's cut that quite a bit on this side. So red's going down maybe about a stop. Yeah, I like that for him, for the Stormtrooper. See if I can get more on Vader. Oh, it is so close. By the way, when you're working with lights, make sure you do bag them in some sort of way so that they do not move around, fall over. I think I'm going to live with that. I think so. I get nice definition on Vader in the front with the first light and a little red on the bottom, red on the Stormtrooper. He's a little bit out of focus, but he's, of course, a subordinate. That's what happens when you join up with the Imperial Army, huh? So let's add our last bit of finesse here. This is the Smoke Genie. I believe this is the Smoke Ninja, the smaller one. So all we're going to do here, I mean, the hangar bay is on fire. Can't you guys see? Kind of like that one. We'll just take various shots here and choose our best out of all of these for what we want for our picture. We may do a touch of adjustment in post to get that red a little different, but the red is pretty close. Pretty close. Let me come over here. You won't be able to see me soon. Yes. We're getting closer. Closer. Various shots are going to happen. I may take and adjust this in post. If I do, that you will see that my adjustment. It's likely that this just needs a little bit of just a little bit of deepening of that red. All right, let's go play in post a little bit and see if we can adjust these colors. Again, we're just playing. Doesn't matter. I think we have enough material to adjust and set things up and get my Empire family portrait. Thanks for joining me on this journey in Expeditions in Light. The room is filled with smoke, but I hope you had fun. I had fun making this image. I will meet you again on the next Expeditions in Light. Thank you.